Hello everyone, this is Nick with Nick Does DGI and welcome to my channel. In this video, I go over how your coffee habit may be costing you $800,000. Coffee, yes, the legal drug that fuels millions of people, myself included. And it's a known fact that many people prefer to drive down to the local Starbucks or local coffee shop to pick up a latte or Americano. But did you know that making coffee is one of the easiest ways you can save money and invest for your future? Let's take this illustration for example. What happens if you stay home and invest that $5 a day in the stock market that you otherwise would have spent on a seasonal holiday latte? Well, that's $150 a month, and in 5 years, it becomes $11,000. Keep that up for 50 years, and you have more than $800,000. Or in the alternative, if you invest that for 40 years, you have $400,000. Let's take this a step further. Many people add food to their coffee orders, including breakfast sandwiches and avocado toast. So in theory, a trip to the coffee shop can total over $15. And that's not including food or drinks for another person. So what if you invest that $15 a day? Well, that's $450 a month, and you keep that up for 50 years and you could have 2.5 million. Or in the alternative, keep that up for 40 years and you have a little over 1.2 million. Stop and think about that. That's unbelievable. So, how can you still get your coffee kick without spending enormous amounts outside taking out coffee? Well, you can always make coffee at home. It's that easy. I just included a screenshot to let you know that how ridiculous coffee prices have gone. Two of my favorite seasonal holiday drinks, peppermint mocha and pumpkin spice latte, grande sizes, they're both $5.25. So if I were to pick these two up for my wife and I, that's already $10.50 right there. And then if we were to say we were extra hungry at the time, if we needed to add another sandwich, that's another $5-6 right there. So at some point, my wife and I, we decided that we needed to save a little bit more money, because we were, a couple years ago, we were taking out coffee literally every single day, especially when we were living in inside Los Angeles. There's so many trending coffee shops out there, and over the years, the prices of these drinks have just gone up so much. By the time we left earlier this year, you can get a latte for nowadays six or sometimes even 6.50, just for one drink, and enough is enough. So we just decided to really just hunker down and try to make our own coffee at home. So what do we do? Well, we looked for a really nice machine, an investment that will pay off in the long run. And what we looked for was this Breville Barista Espresso machine. And it's basically a miniaturized version of those large machines that you see at the coffee shop. And oh wow, prices went up a lot. But as you can see, we bought this in July of 2019. And just to show a little bit of proof, we have a screenshot right here. It was on sale back then, so you got it a lot cheaper than what it is right now. But grand total was $484.86. So let's round that up and say that we spent about $500 on this initial investment. And as for the coffee beans, at first we just started getting like the normal Starbucks medium roast blend. So here it's $25.99 for a 3-pack, which comes out to about $8.66. But if you actually go to like Target, every once in a while they do these promotions where if you buy 3 or more, then each bag goes down to about, I believe it was $5.99 or $6.99, but it's still cheaper than here. So we used to just wait for those promotions to come back every like once a month or every other month. But more recently, I would say within the past month or two, we actually started using higher quality beans. We tried this Stumptown coffee roasters at a friend's house, and we could definitely tell a difference in the quality. And the price shows. It's each same 12-ounce bag is almost double at 14.99. Um, but you know, we decided that since we're already making coffee at home, let's spend a little bit more to not sacrifice quality. And now that we switched over to these beans, you really can't tell the difference between homemade coffee using this machine versus going out to Starbucks and getting one of these lattes or Americanos. And then we were able to buy a lot of like oat milk in bulk and things like that. So a lot of questions that I get asked from friends and family is, since this is so expensive, do we make our money back, so to speak, or do we break even? And let's do the math right here. The cost of our unit to us was $500, and this one, your figure may vary, because sometimes this machine technically uses two shots for a double shot espresso, or sometimes we just use it for a single shot espresso, and then over the years we mainly use like the cheaper bags of bean, and then we just switched over to the more expensive one. But I would say on average, we saved about $4 a cup, and that's including the cost of gas to drive down to the coffee shop, or the cost of our time, to spend that 10-15 minutes out of our day to go out, get dressed, and drive out. So I would say for us, it was about $4 saved per cup. So if you do the math, we needed to have basically used this machine about 125 times to break even. And did I break even? Yes, I did. So looking back, we didn't really log everything, but I would estimate on average we use it at least 30 times. Sometimes we used it, twice a day. Sometimes we took a break or two, or we were out of town, or sometimes we had friends and family over. But I would say at least 30 times, 30 to 35 times. And since we had it since July of 2019, that makes it about 15 months of ownership times um, the amount saved at home per cup, which is about $4. So at the very minimum, we already saved about $1,800 just by making coffee at home the past 15 months, um, minus our initial cost of the the coffee machine, the Breville, and we have at least saved $1,300. And that's being pretty lenient with our coffee habits, because admittingly we still go out to the coffee shop maybe once a week or every other week. Just because you're feeling lazy that day, or you're out of town, so we're away from our our machine, and we still need our coffee fix for the day. So there are some areas of improvement, but I would say definitely, especially in this year, 2020, where we've been kind of quarantining more at home. We just had a better opportunity to just make coffee at home. But that's how you can save, you know, hundreds of thousands of dollars for your future. Um, I was living in LA for a couple of years, and I actually live right next to a really popular coffee shop, and you wouldn't believe, how many people would line up, to get your, $6 coffee and your $15 avocado toast. And you know, I'm just really glad that I'm able to just make that at home nowadays. And maybe in the future videos I can release, how to make, um, dollar coffee using Stumptown beans. They're not 20-cent iced coffees, but it's still cheaper than going out. And then I can make avocado toast for pennies on the dollar as well. So um, that concludes this video. Thank you again for watching. For the YouTube algorithm, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe, and share this video with everyone. The more engagement I get, the more likely my videos will show up on the YouTube algorithm. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you again shortly. Bye.